Do you feel like the opportunities that you had as a comic became more apparent whenever you decided, I'm gonna stick with this, I'm gonna stick with this, I'm gonna stick with this, despite having those moments where you're probably like, fuck, should I even keep going? Damn, I'm 6 months in, nothing's really happening.
We've been going back and forth. You said, what did it get me into comedy? Like the whole Kill 20 stuff. But I remember the night before I got into comedy. That's what really sent me with. I was homeless for 3 years. And I cried about this shit was when I was like, damn, I really give a fuck about this. One day when I got off stage, I fucking palmed my ass off. I hope that in my success, they see that, oh shit, if Rudy did it, why the fuck can't I, you know? Maybe in the future. I don't know if it's too late now. I hope not, you know? I don't give a fuck if I don't make it till I'm 40. Like, I hope that at 45, my boy Gabe sees, damn, Rudy, he's fucking doing it.
Nobody ever asked me that question before.
What the hell? Stop.
Niggas, I ain't coming on the show again.
I come in here, it looks professional. Tune into the content.
Like you were telling you guys, I'm like,
I like when people have good questions.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Direct Discussions Podcast. You probably will see the new layout on Open this week, next week, or whenever it comes out, but we decided to switch things up. That being said, first Direct Discussions of the year, and we're going to start things off right with a little bucanas and an introduction from our good friend over here. Oh, not yet, buddy. I'll let you know when the camera's on you. Alrighty, guys. If you guys have a little extra money, you like comedy, get ready to laugh, because once you finish watching this episode, you're going to be like, dang, where can I go see him? And luckily for you guys, he's in your city. Ladies and gentlemen, Rudy Ventura.
Yeah, bucanas. And come out of my shows. I need more money to buy more bucana.
Oh, man. We've had lots of drinks so far, so this should be interesting. But yeah, how are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing fantabulous. Fuck it. Fabuloso.
Fabuloso?
Yeah.
What color? The purple one?
Purple one, OG. Put that in my drink, double cup. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think we should be putting Fabuloso in the cup. But I mean, shit, fuck it.
To each their own, bro. To each their own.
Hi, Dave Blunt.
It's more of a David Blaine thing. I just made it disappear. You feel me? See, sometimes it works, sometimes it does. Comedy, baby.
There you go.
Just shooting shit, having fun.
Yeah, bro.
So, thank you for having me.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah. So, how'd you get into comedy, bro? I mean, shit. How long you been in the game? How'd you get into it? Who put you on? What's that like, bro? Take me through the struggle. Take me through the grind.
Yeah, so, I was standing there on a bridge. It was a cold night, probably, November, about 3 in the morning. I was looking over it. I was like, man, this could be it, It's either this or nothing. So I jumped and then I died. Okay, I'm gonna be serious. I actually I started a year and a half ago. Prior to that, it could be a whole long story, but I just cut it up. I was just fucking up for a while, just getting fucked up, going out, wasting my time,
Pass me the bottle real quick, Lord.
Yeah, wasting my time, wasting my money, not really trying to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do, just kind of living, just kind of grateful that I was alive, but didn't have a direction. And then my older brother actually is the reason I started comedy. Like I said, I was going out and getting fucked up, and he turned me on to what is everyone knows is Joe Rogan, and I was watching Joe Rogan, and I thought it was cool, and it helped me keep myself out of trouble, instead of going out and getting fucked up. I was like, let me just stay home and watch some Joe Rogan. And that helped me get more of a homebody myself. I used to go out a lot because I was hurt. Some other bullshit.
So let me ask you something real quick. So at what point of you going out a lot was you saying, fuck, this is it. I'm done. Cause
I still go out.
No, but yeah,
but not in the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut
you off.
No,
you're good.
But I think going out, it's two different meanings for me now. Well, I mean, because before going out was going out fuck, we're hitting ojos, We're hitting Lux. We're hitting every club afterwards. Fuck, we staying out late. Fuck it, I'm waiting. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm waking up outside of the after hours club. Fucking negative, fucking 200, like, but
Scammed your card and shit.
still like, fuck it, I'm gonna go sell me a QP and make that bread back tomorrow type shit.
Yeah.
But just having that mindset was just so stupid because I didn't really see how it was affecting me in the long term. Like, just digging myself more into a hole that I eventually had to crawl out. You know.
Do you think it happened because of your kid when you had your kid?
No,
Or-
my kid's brand my kid's
My
brand
kid's
new.
brand new.
A little carry new update.
Homie still got the tag on him just in case you want to take him back.
Motherfucker don't even have a name yet. All by the government.
I'm fucking
I
dead.
think we gotta sign that shit
He's
still.
whatever serial number they gave him out of the
Yeah.
womb.
Yeah, it's like a turn your gun and it's like, oh, there's the number right there. It's cool, you know. It's awesome. Yeah. No, I just had my baby 2 months ago, so no, definitely not then. It was way before that. And the question again was,
So, but basically, yeah, what was it, for you to tell yourself, like, fuck, I need to stop going out too much, and then that kind of, like, flipped the switch moment for you?
I think it's when I went to the strip club and I saw my ex-girlfriend working there. And then I threw 2,000 on random bitches because she didn't want to dance on me. So then I woke up outside of the strip club with negative 2,000 and minus to 2,000 in my bank account, and I had rent in like 10 days
Shit.
or like 5 days. And then I went to Walmart and I stole like a 65-inch screen TV. And then I was
On Black Friday or what?
No, just a regular ass Monday.
Homie scanned some bananas for a TV.
Yeah, no. That would have been harder. Mine was a little easier. I just walked in there, I threw it on the fucking basket and walked out with it. I had this
Damn, you
old
must have
white
went
lady.
You must have went to like one of those.
I went to a nice place, Carrollton.
There you go. That's what I was gonna
Was it
say
Carrollton?
because they weren't
Yeah.
checking receipts out there.
Nah, I wasn't in no Cliff or fucking Northwest Highway doing it. You know what I'm saying? No Skillman in Audelia. I would have been tackled on the way out.
Hell yeah, bro. They're over hiring like Tiger Security and shit.
And I'm not proud of it. I'm still like, oh my god, like not embarrassed because it's part of my journey, but like just kind of like fuck, like if only I would have listened to elders when I was younger. But it is what it is. Yeah, pretty much kind of right there. Then I was just like, I noticed I was in my rock bottom. I had stole the TV. I sold it. Bought some drugs, sold that shit, and then paid rent. And then I was just like, I don't think I want to do this. And then I think around that time was when my brother was like, hey, have you ever heard some shit called Joe Rogan? I didn't call him like, hey, this is what I did. It was just a
Is
random.
your brother
conversation.
older than you?
My
or
older
younger?
brother. Yeah, my older brother.
So, out of your family, like, what do you rank as far as siblings go? Older brother, younger brother, middle
I'm the
child?
middle child. Yeah.
Do you feel like you get
Five of us.
overlooked because you're a middle child?
Yeah. I mean, not really overlooked. I just never was really acknowledged as a kid. Like, so I seeked a lot of attention in school and I acted up. And it's just crazy to be like where I'm at now and see like where I was fucking up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like seeing how it affected me. And especially since I have my son now, I'm like, all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's 2 months, so that fucking dummy doesn't even know what's going on. But, you know what I'm saying? As he gets older
He hasn't
and he
woken up
progresses,
and he hasn't heard that fucking
that dude
frag
still has
grenade.
cock eyes. He's like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, I'm slapping at him. Slapping it at him.
Homie hasn't had that frag grenade to go off where he wakes up consciousness. He's like,
He's like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. You're my dad. Fuck.
it's funny because I have a 7-year-old, right? So I always ask her. I show her pictures of herself back when
Oh,
she
that's
was younger.
beautiful. A baby girl. Fuck yeah.
I always have pictures of her and I show her and I'm like, hey, do you remember this? And sometimes I don't know if she's lying, bro. It's like, do you really remember, or are you just putting a memory together in your head because
She's
of the
like,
picture?
And we got ice cream?
Yeah.
You're like, did we get fucking ice cream? You're like, fuck, this girl's smart as fuck.
For real, bro. Because I be trying to remember, like, for me, like, whenever I think about, like, when I was a kid, I'm like, when did I really start remembering shit? Or when do
I
you...
remember, yeah.
Nah.
You don't remember what was your very first memory that you, not memory, but what's something your furthest memory you can think back to? I can remember mine.
That's the thing, though, because I think my furthest memory is...
How old were you?
I gotta say maybe 3.
Okay.
I remember, playing on the little seesaw at the edge of the house, and we were on the patio on the porch, right? And it was a little elevated, and I fell. And when I fell, I hit the ground, and like I had cracked my head right here and shit.
Yeah.
And I remember that. I don't remember going to the hospital though, but I remember my parents telling me that happened. But I remember
You're
that.
Hispanic. You're not gonna go to the hospital. They probably just washed it in the sink and was like, "All right, you're good, mijo."
Nah, nigga, nah, bro. I got staples in that shit.
She stapled it herself. Your mom was like, hey, "Give me the sewing machine."
Hell no.
That's crazy.
I think but yeah, dude. I like 2 months in, kids. Shit, when do you think he's gonna start remembering shit?
Oh, he's a baby. I'm not. Hopefully not anytime soon, because if he remembers what's going on right now, he's like, God, fuck, another reason to hate my dad. Yeah, it was either taking care of him or coming to this podcast. I was like, sure, I'd rather do what I love, you know?
You're like, he won't remember anyways.
That's a dumb baby.
Bro, that's the funny thing about kids. When they're born, you got at least 3 extra years to boss up before they start remembering what kind of scumbag you are.
That's the whole goal. Number one scumbag is what my cousins say. I've had crazy experiences. But yeah, like I said, that whole Walmart shit, that was kind of like rock bottom. And being like, all right, yeah.
And then
I got into the Rogan podcast, and then eventually he was like, have you ever checked out something called Kill Tony? And it's cliche, especially as a comedian. A lot of comedians hate hearing that. Like, oh, you got into it because of Kill Tony.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how I got into it. Like, and that's how I started. I don't know if you know what Kill Tony is. If you don't know what it is, I'll give you like a brief. It's pretty much people from all around the world. They try to sign up for this podcast where it's a live podcast. There's a panel, and you as a comedian, if you're lucky and you get pulled out of a bucket, which is a sign up of like 300 plus people, then you get an opportunity to go up on stage and do 1 minute of your material, and then they interview you afterwards. And depending on how everything goes, it could give you possibly an opportunity to get further in your career, open up doors. People be like, oh, man, that guy's funny. Like, man, I should book him in Phoenix or this and that and this. I've been signing up since I started. I haven't got pulled yet, but I still have hope that I will. And if not, that's okay, because I've seen the growth that I've had, and I've had the opportunities that people that have got on and still haven't got those opportunities. I've been able to open up for a lot of regulars on it. I've been able to meet a lot of cool people. I've been able to meet a couple of comic heroes, and what I would call them myself. And just opportunities just keep growing and growing, and it's really just all just me being myself. I always say this to comics, like, it don't matter how good you are. You could be the fucking best in the world. If you get on stage, you do 100% good on stage, cool, whatever. But if you're 0% off of stage, who wants to be around you? Who wants to take you on tour? Who wants to fuck with you? Who wants to hang out with you? Like, be yourself no matter what. Like, the situation's always going to change. You can't really just, like, be on a script and think, oh, yeah, if I do it this way, this is the way. It's like, no, it's fucking get fucked up. Cool, that's our job. Our job is to have drinks and socialize. Part of it.
So do you think comedy's changed since, back in the 80s and 90s, where I guess you can consider the golden era of comedy with Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy,
Oh, that's not a guess. That's a fact, yeah. We have viral videos. We have different angles, crowd working. A lot of it now is really just social media. You get a good clip, boom, bam. Next, boom, 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 boom.
Here we go with a Netflix special.
Here we are. Now I'm on Jimmy Fallon. They're like, what the fuck? How did this dude? Yeah, no, it's understanding the algorithms, understanding the academic side of this, and that's where I'm at.
Academics? What do you mean by academic side of comedy?
Because academic side sounds ugly, and I get why you made that face. So like, academic side, it should be a loose feeling. You know what I'm saying? It should be you up on stage. It should. When I say academic, I mean joke structure. I mean understanding the laws of like how, not even laws, just different things, angles that you could do to make someone laugh. whether that's like a double entendre, whether that's a comparison, whether that's that side of the language arts type of point
Dang,
of
this
view.
motherfucker really Kendrick Lamar with this shit.
Not even, I'm just starting to see it that way.
Yeah.
Before I was like, fuck it, joke, right? Let's go. Who gives a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But I want to improve, bro. I want to be the best that I can be. Not just for myself, because I just had my kid, for him as well. So when those 3 years, he's like, oh, my dad was just the fuck motherfucker the whole time. Nah, my dad worked his ass off, and now we're starting to, now we can enjoy from his like
The fruits of his labor, if you will.
yeah, that's exactly, the vines, the roots, whatever you want to call them. Yeah.
That's why you gotta boss up in 3 years, bro. If you don't get a Hulu special in 3 years, then you're fucked.
Thank you. More motivation. Let's go. Yeah.
There you go.
I tell everyone, anyone that wow, and not even be cocky like this, man. When I'm out, I'm just being myself, bro. People think I'm the funniest fucker. The less I try, the funnier I am, and that's what I'm starting to realize. Like, bro, before I got on this podcast, I didn't really. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, bro, I studied and. No, I used to. When I get on podcasts, I'd get real nervous. Have no pinch of nervous on the way over here. Why? I'm just gonna hang out with someone, get to meet you. You're gonna get to meet me. Like that. That's what fucks up a lot of pods. That's what fucks up. And like nothing scripted. I'm just saying.
No, go ahead.
As a character, you shouldn't go up there like not as a character, as a person. I'm sorry, but as a comedian, I am a bit of a character. You know what I'm saying? But I'm my own character. I'm not just some character that I created. I'm just Rudy, bro.
Yeah.
Every human is the same. We are different in experiences. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying my best to get myself out there. I'm just not there yet. But that's because I know that it takes a process. Comedy's like a baby. Your first year, you don't even know how to stand up yet. You don't even know how to talk. So why are you beating yourself up? That's why I tell a lot of comics that are starting off, even with me, like, why are you beating yourself up about this? This shit takes time, fam. This shit takes a grind. This is not giving up. If you're on that, like, oh fuck, I'm trying to blow up in a year, even 3, fam, like that's cool. I'm not trying to get on Hulu or that. That's not realistic for me.
No, yeah, for sure.
For me, I come from somewhere where nobody taught me shit. My parents lived in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I thought I knew everything. I fucked up. I went through my trials and tribulations. And now that at 30, I hope that I help the generations after me. Like my nephews that are 18 and 16, my niece that's 7. That's why when you say your daughter, I know, because I know how beautiful. That's why I said it's so beautiful. They have a baby girl. It's my little niece. She's the craziest little chick ever. She does cartwheels. She's fun. She's awesome. Whatever. I'm just so grateful that the family that we have, we're starting to grow, and now we're not in huts. Now we're not in fucking mud slabs of houses in El Salvador. I'm from El Salvador.
Oh.
So, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, I'm not welcomed anymore. Sorry. Just because you
you,
guys
bro.
got drier tamales than us, don't make y'all better than us, bro.
I've never had your guys' tamales. The only other variant of a tamal I've had is the ones wrapped in banana leaves.
Yeah, well, that's our tamales.
Oh.
Yeah, the ones that are soft.
These Guatemaltecos stealing your tamales.
Now we're all kind of like around the same tribe. It's Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. We're that's familia right there.
No, bro, I think...
and it's funny how the beef is between Mexicans and Central Americans, really.
Why is that, though?
Soccer.
Really?
I just like to blame it on that. Soccer. Like, oh, we're cool now.
Fucking
yeah. Fucking soccer, bro.
I'm fucking dead. They knock each other out the World Cup, and it's like, all right, I guess we're beefing for another 4 years.
Yeah.
No, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I really don't tap into my Hispanic heritage as much as people would assume. Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe it's probably because I moved around a lot. I grew up around. I'll be honest, bro. I grew up around a lot of black people growing up, bro. But then I also spent some time with other Mexicans. They're more Chicano.
Bro,
But I'm not here fucking chowing down Tex-Mex or eating.
Don't fucking drown yourself on it. Like,
no. But
I grew up with nothing but like a lot of black folks. I grew up with a lot of white folks. Mm-hmm. I grew up with a lot of Hispanics too, more Mexicans and Salvadorians. And I honestly, like, for me, I have no beef with Mexicans. Honestly, in North Dallas, where I grew up at, it was nothing but Mexican. So the fact that they took me in and tried me and treated me like family, it was nice, because a lot of Salvadorians growing up, not all of them, but a lot of them in my family were like in my little circle growing up, they were all MS-13, you know.
Oh shit, you out there with the gangbangers and shit.
I wasn't. I said peace, fuck y'all niggas. I'm good, bro. I'm not worried about
You
them.
ever try to get jumped in?
Hell nah, shit. Probably Crips, yeah. I was cripping.
You know what's crazy, bro?
I was cripping, and I was from Farmers Branch, fam. But I was in Pleasant Grove because of Village Fair.
Yeah.
And I was always in the back of the bus. You remember when, like, I don't know, but a lot of morenitos, which black folks, in the back of the bus, they were always roasting each other. Man, remember that song? Ski looking boy, B looking boy, SpongeBob on your shirt looking boy, bang, 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 ski looking boy. They would be on the back of the bus and be like, man, you look like a Pinocchio looking boy. Man, look at your head looking like a da-da-da-da looking boy. And I'd just be in the back just laughing, and I would try one. They'd be like, boo. Rudy, that stings, and that would hurt. But they loved me. They did they were all from Pleasant Grove. They were all cripping. They were in the back of the bus. There was 2 bus stations when I used to go to Village Fair. There was Tyler Vernon and there was Morrell Station. And Morrell Station was the blue line, or I can't remember if it was the blue or the red line. But it was.
I mean, they go both.
They both hit the same destination.
Yeah.
It's just you're safer on the other side, because the other side. It's a bunch of black dudes that are most likely gonna whoop your ass because you're just randomly there.
Dude, let me tell you.
And they love picking on people. Who doesn't like picking on people? Especially a troublemaker, you know?
Yeah, dude, let me tell you. This one time, I got on the fucking. I was at the Ledbetter station, right? And I was switching lanes.
Station? Yeah.
I was switching lanes, right? I was switching buses because I needed to take the bus to get to where I was going, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of, bro, oh my god. I got on the fucking bus, and I mean, say what the fuck you want, bro. I don't really give a shit. I was 16, 17 at the time. I saw these 2 dudes hooded up with their like shirts like this, hand in their fucking hoodie, and I'm like, oh fuck this.
Oh shit, I'm about to get raped.
No. I was like, oh fuck. Damn, this bus is gonna get robbed like the Wild West. I was like, let me get off on the next stop.
The fucking Will Smith movie?
Bro, I told people I was with, bro, let's just get off at the next stop and wait for the next train. I was like, I feel like this one's gonna get robbed. These dudes, bro, no. I should, you know, these guys were like sitting like one looking behind each other's shoulder type shit, like.
Nice kids that
Like ready to see if there was a security card.
They just hit a whole 8 ball themselves.
Mm-hmm. They were ready to fucking hand in their thing. I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna get robbed in this train. They're gonna rob us and get off the next. Nah, let's just get off here, guys. So yeah, we got off, brother. Do you feel like you can't be like racist in comedy anymore? To an extent.
I don't give a fuck. I personally do not care. Like, you could think I'm racist, however you feel, but I hit everybody. Nobody's safe with me.
Yeah.
I'm working on black jokes now. For real, every race, I don't give a fuck. Cause I'm saying that because I haven't been writing as much black jokes because I thought it was such a sensitive subject. But you don't have to, like me personally, whatever the podcast or not. Like,
yeah,
I personally, like, I'm like, why haven't I been writing it like this? The thing is, it's like I don't have to talk shit about black folks, but I can talk shit about them where they feel like they're with us. Mm-hmm. Think about it like this: black folks, y'all ever walked into a quinceañera? And then everybody starts staring at you, and you feel like they might be talking shit about you. It's because they're talking shit about you, you know. And then I can have like a punchline or 2 into it, but it's just fucking around with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's humorous when you make it humorous. I'm not there yet. Like I said, I don't know how to make my real life shit that funny. I'm working on different angles right now.
So do you feel like it's more important to pull a certain reaction out of the crowd? Because not everybody goes to comedy shows, bro. There's this very specific niche. Yeah. And what I noticed lately, it's usually older folks that go to comedy shows.
Right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I guess the younger people either don't want to spend their money going to that shit, or maybe they're just like...
I think it's just different crowds, fam.
What do you think? You see a lot of younger people?
Well, I throw my own showcases as well.
Yeah,
and it's predominantly young crowd with my showcases that I throw. I actually had a Seuss on it, but I got fucking hammered and kind of I looked kind of dumb. I was like, fuck. And I told Jesus, hey, my bad. I ain't really like that. I just got fucked up that day. And
Yeah.
it was, I had just found out I had my son on the way, and it was just a whole bunch. I thought if I drank, it wouldn't affect the way I performed.
But you know what? Why is that? Why do everybody think if they are under the influence that they can perform better as a comedian?
And that's the dumbest thing you can think, honestly. Like, even me that I've learned, I'm like,
Did
no.
you learn that like while you were performing or after
I learned
somebody
that my
recorded it?
first time I did an open mic.
No shit.
Yeah, first time I ever went to an open mic, I got up on stage. I was drunk. Oh, before it, I was heckling every comic that was going up. But you're so stupid, you know. It's an exaggeration of it, but yeah. And then it was my turn. I was blacked out drunk. I thought if I drank, it would get the nerves down, but no. I got on stage. Don't remember it. Apparently, I had to ask them next week. Hey, homie, just like you.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, bro, what the fuck I do last week, bro? He was like, shit. Well, you got on stage, bro, and you looked at everybody, and then you pretty
beat
much-
on them.
You said, damn, this isn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. And then you walked off stage, and I was like, what? I was like, that's fucking awesome.
They laughed and shit.
But I felt so embarrassed.
Yeah.
No, they didn't even laugh. They probably just was like, what the fuck was that, you know? 'Cause I've seen a lot of manic first comics, too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt embarrassed, so that when I came back, I was like, I know I fucked up, but I'm here to make up for that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that sucks, whatever. And then I didn't get fucked up. I went up there with the 3 jokes I had, got off stage, clap. I was like, damn. And then from there, I was like, all right, yeah, let's take this serious.
Do you remember what venue that was?
Yeah, it was Buzz Brews, and it's not there anymore, but it was Buzz Brews off somewhere, I forget.
Yeah. So let me, since I brought up venues, is there like a specific ranking of venues people want to go to? Because, you know, first, like, think about it. You know, you do your local venues.
Like the comic?
Yeah.
And that's all different perspectives. I think people, when, like, if they're getting in right now, then they're like, oh, this is the big club, this is the big club, this is the big club, but I don't even think I should be deserving of saying this because I'm just a year and a half in. But, like, it doesn't even fucking matter, dude. You can hit bar mics, you can hit club mics, you can go clean, you can go dirty. At the end of the day, the most important thing is, are you undeniably funny? You know what I'm saying? What makes you you? That's why, like, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, a lot of these comics are great because they're funny in a way that they're relatable. You know what I'm saying? And I have jokes and this and that, but the funniest time, I could go up there and do my jokes and I could bomb if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's just me being unconfident and maybe not feeling great about a joke or this and that. Let's just say that, like, when I was younger in the comedy scene. And now I'm like, all right, well, like, as long as I have my swag about it, then nobody can deny my personality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm starting to see. And like I said, I just want to learn the more of the academic side, like I was speaking about,
Yeah.
so I can get that much better. I imagine that's what these other bigger comics did to get where they're at, you know?
So what do you think? What do you think determines the comic's value? Is it like, I mean, because back then you just had to kind of be funny, and then mainstream media would take care of the work. But nowadays it's like, bruh, a viral clip only goes viral for so long, and then it's like, okay, what else is fucking next?
Yeah.
Is it more so like always being in, you know, in people's faces in that community and just staying relevant in terms of popping out to the shows, or is it more social media presence, or what is it? Because here's my thing with comics, bro. If they're using I mean, to an extent, the people that see the comic on stage isn't going to necessarily see the joke that went viral on Instagram and TikTok. Maybe they will, and maybe that's what brought them there. But what do you think makes a comic's value?
I think it's like a feeling of where, like, I can kind of touch them and feel like I'm with them, and like we're on the same page, versus all that extra shit. Like, I'd rather be with someone when I see someone that I think is funny and I enjoy them. I think of how I would be, how they would be if they were around me, type of thing.
Yeah.
If it was like, fuck, hey, let's say I just throw Rene Valka. You know what I'm saying? He's to me personally, I don't know him that well. I don't know him at all, but I feel like if we hung out, it would be just like a hung. Yeah, if we killed ourselves together. But no,
I'm not thinking about that kind of hung.
Whoa.
Heyo.
Hey. Yay. No. But yeah, we just hung around. Like, I just feel like it would be kind of just like a reciprocal thing. After, obviously, I get comfortable with him and blah, blah, blah. But in the beginning stage, like, it's always going to feel like a bit of tension. But the fact that I know that I can get over that tension and then follow up with that, like, hey, bro, we're two peas in a pot type shit, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of feel it's just a connective thing.
Do you feel it's harder to connect with other comics in the industry where they're like, nah, bro, how many followers do you have on social media? Because I've heard this shit a lot, bro. Like, nobody really wants to work with each other on social media unless you got a fucking following. They look at your following and they're like, oh, 500 followers? Nah, no thanks. Oh, 12K? Maybe.
That's just how it is. Like, it ain't no changing it. Like, I'm not finna go above and beyond and do these embarrassing ass TikToks to make myself famous. I'm not finna like bend over backwards. Like, even like aside from this like some real shit. Yeah, real shit. Like Cassidy Campbell's like, hey, can you shave your beard? And then like we're gonna do this skit Wednesday. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna shave my beard just because it's gonna go. It's gonna make me look this and that. Like I respect what we gotta do, but I'm not. Like I said, I'm not gonna get fucked. I'm not finna get fucked over, bro. Like I'm not fucked over, but like I'm not finna be like. It's like being some famous dude and be like, hey, dude, bend over backwards and show me your asshole. And then he's like, okay, anything to go viral. Like, that's what a lot of dudes do. Yeah. It's really what it is. Like, and I'm not one of those. Bro, I grew up like, bro, that shit's corny, fam. Like I grew up in the hood. Like, all the shit I even attempting to do TikToks, it's corny. Yeah. Like, that's not the way it is, because it's not corny. The people that think it's corny are the people that never give themselves the opportunity to see where it could take them. So you got to push that shit to the side and realize it's not really corny. It's really an opportunity that you're kind of just pushing yourself off. And once you get over that, like, I don't know how to work, like I said, the pendejada that you think like, oh, fuck, like, if I do that, all my homies are going to be thinking that I look like a little bitch. Like, nah, bro, like, if you're thinking that, then, like, you shouldn't even be doing this, because now you're worried about what other people think. And at the end of the day, the only thing that should worry is you, but also don't make yourself look like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? As a man, as a father, don't ever let nobody fucking shit.
Yeah, because if you show your asshole, they're going to be like, the next guy that wants to work with you is going to be like, hey, you showed your asshole for that guy, why don't you show it for me?
Yeah. What the fuck, back in prison? But yeah, it's some, I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, I'm trying to make it make sense.
Yeah. Make it make sense is crazy. Damn. So take me to the academic side of writing a joke, bro. How does that how does learning the fundamentals and the way you put that in together?
Nah, I feel disrespectful trying to explain that because I don't know it yet.
No,
I don't. I'm still figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? I've learned some stuff. Yeah, I can sit here and be like, yeah, the 3-punch rule, like the premise, set up punchline, which is just with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's easy. Like this fucking shit, this right? Chair. Like, oh, what makes this chair funny? I don't know. It's peculiar. Okay, all right, it's peculiar. All right, well, yeah, it's black seating with gray on the outside, and then you're like, all right, what's funny about that? Okay, then what makes that funny? All right, well, what's the misdirection? You know what I'm saying? And no, it just sound dumb.
I'm fucking dead. Like, no. I don't know, bro. I think you need to go ahead and just like cancel the subscription to whatever Mastermind comic signed you up for and go get your new one.
Nah.
No. Did you ever see comics out there trying to like sell subscriptions to like a Mastermind course for like comedy?
Nah, hell no. I'd be like, bro, you get the fuck out of my face with that weird ass shit, bro. I gotta figure this out on my own.
Nah. So, being a comic for a year and a half and shaking the bottle vigorously as you do,
That's how I jerk it off.
do you do you feel like the opportunities that you had as a comic became more apparent whenever you decided, I'm gonna stick with this, I'm gonna stick with this, I'm gonna stick with this, despite having those moments where you're probably like, fuck, should I even keep going? Damn, I'm 6 months in, nothing's really happening. Should I keep going?
Yeah, I when I cried about this shit was when I was like, damn, I really give a fuck about this. One day when I got off stage, I fucking bombed my ass off. I was like, man, what the fuck? Great opportunity, sold out show, bombed my ass off. I went home. I was on the porch. I smoked a cigarette. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I smoked a cigarette. I was
Not a port.
oh, fucking port. Fucking port. Half Marlboro, half port. Look,
Over here smoking these Montegos.
it's a crush. And I was just like, this ain't. This is. I fucked up. I need to do better. I need to become better. I need to understand that this grind is more serious. And I remember calling like people that were close to me, be like, man, this is how I feel, bro. I don't know if I should be feeling this. I was like, bro, like the fact that you're even calling me and telling me this, that shows that you give a fuck about what you're doing. So just don't even trip about this, bro. Reset where you were at. Reset the room. And then yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing this one thing. I saw this shit on a fucking on a George Jango podcast out of all fucking places, bro. Where George Janko was saying, he was like, the moment I realized that I need what I was doing is when God was like, nah, I'm gonna give you a lot more, because you're not putting that shit on a pedestal per se. And for you, I don't know if it was, just becoming more relevant or just becoming more funnier. I don't fucking know, dude. But that moment you realize, you're like, fuck, like I really want this shit. I really want this shit.
Yeah.
And you want it for the right reasons. I feel like maybe that's probably something that contributed to you saying.
I want to give you like a solid answer, because from the beginning we've been going back and forth. You said, what did it get me into comedy, like the whole Kill 20 stuff. But I remember the night before I got into comedy. That's what really sent me with. I was homeless for 3 years. I was living couch to couch. I was living with my cousins, and then I was. Okay, so I was in a relationship for like 6 years, and in my relationship, I got cheated on. I had I caught her cheating on me. I got stabbed, and then I got ran over, and then I had shattered my teeth, and I was just at a point where I really just hated myself. The fact that I allowed all that to happen to me, and then I started drinking a lot, and that's why I told you that I would go out a lot and get fucked up, because I felt so demasculated and I felt so stupid that I allowed myself to go through all that. But at the end of the day, it was really all just me. And then I was homeless for a while. I met up with my boys. They're like, hey man, Rudy, we can help you make some bread. You know what I'm saying? I hustled, whatever. But I ended up really just putting myself in debt, because I would go out and get fucked up, and all the money that I was making was really not my money, but I was still fucking it up. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up being like 10, 12K in a debt, because I was going in and out of jail. And then I was just like, the dude that I owed the money to started treating me like shit in front of everybody, you know what I'm saying? And then I felt embarrassed even more. And then I reached out to my cousin, and I was like, hey man, I don't like how I'm getting treated. I feel like shit at the fact that I even put myself in this opportunity. I don't really need help with money, but can you help me keep myself accountable? And then he did. And then I started working out, started getting my shit more together. Would still kind of go out and get fucked up, but I was starting to see where it was starting to close off on it.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, we ended up getting an apartment together. I was living at his mom's house with him. And then he was like, hey man, we ain't got to do this more longer. You're starting to work. You're starting to get your shit together. You're already paying your debt off. I paid my debt off in like 2 months.
Shit.
Just hustling. I was angry at myself. And then I stayed with him for like six months, maybe 4 or 5 months. We got our apartment, and then we finally got an apartment, a really nice apartment complex, really nice. You know them luxury apartments where you're like
Swimming
bored?
pool, gym.
Everything. Nice. Super nice.
Got a place
Bar
to take
downstairs.
Got a place to take your dog and shit and all that.
Everything, bro. And
Tennis
then,
court that's not fucking worn out.
but we had a dog park. We had a entertainment. We had a pool. Like everything was cool. And I remember that day we moved in was the first time where I actually was able to stretch my arms on the. It was the floor, but I didn't care. Like I had an air mattress, but it was better than the couch because when you sleep on a couch, you can't really stretch the left or your right arm. You gotta sleep on one side. You know what I'm saying? So then when I finally got my bed that next day, remember I moved in early. My cousin was like, "We got like 4 days to move in, but if you want, you can move in now." But I wouldn't really. So man, fuck this. I moved in, and then just to pretty much sum it up, I was sitting on the side of my bed that I had bought off Facebook Market. They came, dropped it off. I set it up. I had no TV. I had nothing I had barely like any clothes, and I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I was crying, but I was happy crying. And I felt this energy on the left side of me, on the left side of the bed, and I was like, "What the fuck is this energy?" And I could see like a younger side of me that was crying too. But he was crying and the lowest of when I was at my lowest. And I wanted to like hug him and tell him like, "Hey, everything's gonna be all right. You're gonna get through this. And look at me now, you know, now you got your apartment, you're straight, you're with your cousin, this and that and this." But I couldn't hug him. Because I knew if I hugged him and I told him that everything was gonna be all right, then he wouldn't experience what I went through. So I was grateful that I went through everything I went through to be appreciative of what I had. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then now that I have my own spot and everything, pretty much that next day was when I got that phone call like, "Hey, check out this thing called Kill Tony." And then I got into writing. I saw a lot of people going up there and they would fuck up. They would be bad. There was some good people. There was a lot of bad people. And I was like, man, if these guys fucking suck, I can't suck that bad. And then I started my first joke. I remember I called my older brother. I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this first joke?" And he was like, "Man, you sound like a pussy reading out of your diary." And then I was like, "Fuck." So then I gave him my first joke after like 2 days of not talking to him. And he was like, "Nah, it wasn't bad." And then I was like, "All right, let me hit a stage." And then that's when that first experience went through. And then I just kept going and going and going and going and going. And then he went to my Chingo Bling show recently, brought his friends out. Everybody came out. And just the opportunity to show that I stuck with it. And I'm still going and just fucking rocking with it. Like, man, it's so cool to like just show it. My older brother is my father figure, pretty much. I had my dad and shit, but he was an alcoholic for the longest. Stopped drinking eventually. And I respect him, you know what I'm saying? Now he takes care of my mom. They have a ranch out in Corsicana. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
My older sister, she's a funny story. She has 4 different baby daddies, has a BBL, no house. But she's fun. She's ghetto as fuck, cool as hell. One of the coolest sisters you can ever ask for. She wiped my ass when I was a baby, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just overall, it's just been a crazy experience.
That's crazy. It's funny to think. It's funny to think that like, you know, you're going through all that shit, and to most people, they probably don't know who Chingo Bling is nowadays because he's not as relevant as it was.
No, yeah.
You know, because back then, I remember growing up as a kid, Chingo Bling was everywhere.
Chingo Bling was he was dubbing Goku videos. I don't know if you remember. So when he would make me laugh, when I thought about it after, kind of during the show, I was like, man, this motherfucker used to make me laugh when I was little. The fact that I'm getting an opportunity to make him laugh now is just a full circle, bro. Like, it really is synchronicities. Like, I believe in synchronicities. I think things happen for reasons, and you don't really realize until you're in the moment or afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that we don't take for, you know, we don't put enough emphasis on as people, is that when we're in the moment, you know, try to fucking enjoy it, bro, because right afterwards, it's like, you're looking back at it and now you just got this memory that you never would have thought you've had. I mean, shit, who would have thought the guy selling drugs and, you know, sleeping from couch to couch would be opening up for somebody he used to idolize as a kid?
No, seriously. But even like opportunities with like David Lucas, Hans Kim, I met Shane Gillis. I hung out with fucking Sugar Sean O'Malley.
What the fuck?
Bro, just the opportunities that I'm getting, bro. Like it's just crazy. The most recent one was my Chingo bling experience. Maybe not to everybody else, it's nothing, but to me and my family and everything, with everyone I went through that know who it is, it's like, bro, like what the fuck, like. I got hundreds of texts like, bro, what the fuck, Rudy, you finna do this, that, like, bro, like, you don't even know, like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna come to your show, bro. I can't wait to come see, bro. Nobody's coming like they say they do. I'm not tripping on them either. I'm not tripping on them. I can't wait. Honestly, I'm glad they're not coming. A lot of people don't say that. I'm glad they're not coming. I'm glad they're not coming because I don't want them to see me where I'm at right now. I don't think I'm the best. I know there's room of improvement. And I can't wait till they see when I perfect the room of improvement. Now they come and see me and they're like, oh my God, this is magic. And it's like, no, it's not magic. I just been routine, dry, blood, sweat, and tears every single day, baby. Like, shit don't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. It's because like for us.
Do you mind if I pee real quick? You mind?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, you're good. I get it.
Can I just piss on this corner right
here? I wish. We're gonna take a quick pause, and maybe if a sponsor wants to sponsor us, you can put your sponsor right here. All right.
Blue Chew.
We're back after our commercial break, and we were talking about meeting your heroes. So you met Chingo Bling, you did a set for him, and then we're gonna cut out everything we said about your experience with Sugar Sean,
which was fun.
But was there ever a time you worked with a comedian, and you don't have to say the comedian's name, but you worked with him and you're like, damn, this guy's not as cool as I thought he was?
Yeah, fuck you, Steady Eddie. No, that's my dog. No, because I don't really judge people. Like, that's why they say like don't meet your heroes sometimes.
So. Okay, so you remember back in the day where Ralph Barboza had that beef with George Lopez going on?
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Yeah.
I was like, damn, how would you have reacted if you were
That's
Ralph?
funny because I was thinking the same thing. How would I have reacted?
Yeah.
And personally, like, it's on how you feel and how you grew up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like I the way he took it was a great way, calm, cool, collective. I would have done the same. I think he hit it with the like, who even knows George Lopez anymore at this point,
Yeah.
Which is fucking funny, especially now. Like, and Ralph was right to say that, but me, I would have been like, I would have just been like, shit. I mean, he feels how he feels at the end of the day. Like, I mean, I have respect, but shit, who the fuck is he nowadays? Like, to me, like. When was George Lopez popping anymore, other than the George Lopez show, which was after that, it was like nothing, like really. Like, wait, he did that superhero movie with the Beetle or whatever, which I was like, God, he's the most typical little uncle that's drunk and getting fucked up. I'm like, come on, George, we can do better. We can have fun.
Bro, I don't know if you've seen that movie that George Lopez did. I think it was about a year ago with these like two. Like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook influencers and shit, where these dudes are dressed up in cholo outfits and shit. And it's funny because I follow them on Facebook, which is weird because I barely get on Facebook and shit, but I follow the two influencers on Facebook. And I noticed that like he brought them on to the movie and they played the majority of the role, and he just played that like that angry dad or whatever. Don't take my girl out. Don't take my daughter out. Shit. And I'm like, dang, I looked at it from a perspective. I was like, oh shit, cool. These influencers getting an opportunity to work with George Lopez. And then I flipped it around and I'm like, dang, George Lopez falling off so bad. He has to hire influencers in a movie.
Yeah. I just don't like. I hate getting asked to play as like a Hispanic character.
Oh, like Hector and shit.
I don't like being like this cholo ass. I'm from Dallas, Sam. We don't talk like that. Like, hey fool, where you from, fool? Like, hell knows crazy. That's some LA shit. Like, that's LA, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect to them fools. Like, love whatever.
We
don't talk like that over here. Rest in peace. Yeah, they got gonorrhea.
No. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I thought you were talking about their fires.
No. We're talking about the fires, but I'm gonna be the gonorrhea fire. I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really think the same people that started the fires in Hawaii started the fires in.
Oh yeah, I brought
In
that up with some
California.
friends. Yeah, they need to get rid of all that shit so they can prosper. The
Yeah.
rich need to get richer. That's just how they are.
And the funny thing about it, though,
they'll
is-
make it seem like it's an accident, but imagine how much acres they just cleared for their new businesses.
Yeah.
It's really what it
All
is.
the houses and shit. And it's people that are richer than the actors and fucking rich people that live out there anyways.
Everybody's like on the house, but what about the squirrels? You know what I'm saying? What about the mocking blue jays? You know what I'm
Bruh,
saying?
I mean the mocking blue jays.
Fuck them squirrels and the mocking
I
blue
mean,
jays.
they can fly away, and I don't know. I mean, shit, yeah,
Right.
for real. The wildlife
Dig
is
some
definitely
tunnels.
important and shit, but like,
Hey, what about PETA?
no, bro. But like, they're clearing. I really feel like the same people that started the Hawaii fires is doing the same shit in California. I mean, think about it this way: Kim Jong Un just pulled up in California talking to Gavin Newsom not too long ago. Maybe
He's allowed over here?
They brought him over. They had a whole motorcade. They cleared out a certain path in San Francisco to come for him to drive, and they made it all neat, bro.
Kim
they-
Jong Un on the gayest street ever. That's
Bro,
funny.
they displaced all the homeless people that were living in that route to come to meet with Gavin Newsom,
Who's Gavin Newsom?
the governor from California.
Oh, okay. I don't
So-
know about politics to me.
Well, you know what? I'm not even thinking. Well, it's not even fucking.
I thought it was on the Schwarzenegger.
Who the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck is this? The 2000s? No, I'm saying. Did I say Kim Jong Un? I'm talking about Xi Jinping, the other Asian.
Oh, the Gangnam Style guy.
Yeah, from China. But
Suicide
anyways,
Squad.
anyways, they brought him over and they were just, he gave him a whole fucking tour of California, blah blah blah. But then in my head, I'm like, bro, this does not make any fucking sense. They brought him over, and a few months later, we're getting these forest fires out here. Nah, bro. If you start seeing companies buying up land that have ties to China, bro, in California, then you know we're fucked because they're gonna be using those fucking pieces of land that they bought in California from Gavin Newsom do shit to the states.
You know politics?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
You a politics guy?
A little bit. You know,
Smart
I'll be
guy.
honest with you. Originally,
Show me
when
your
I-
penis.
This fucking guy. Originally, when I first started this podcast, I wanted to do political commentate.
I think I heard that. I think I watched like something where you said that, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man." I don't really know too many people that know politics. Like, all my friends are dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just be on the most ignorant, dumb shit. But then I have some friends that are really into politics, and I like their perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool to have friends that have different perspectives on different things.
You want to know what's funny? Growing up in Oak Cliff, bro. So I grew up in Oak Cliff, 6'7" and Polk, whatever, right? Nothing crazy.
Not
you know.
Keystone Polk.
My homeboy lived in Keystone Polk, so I would ride my bike.
I
from
used to
6
rap on Keystone Polk.
My homeboy used to live in the apartments across from the 7-Eleven on Keystone Polk. And I used to ride my bike up and down just to go hang out with him and shit. But needless to say, I grew up over there the whole time, bro. I'm getting brainwashed into thinking, oh yeah, vote Democrat, vote Democrat, vote Democrat. You get a little bit of money in your pocket and then you
yeah.
realize, like, yo, what the fuck were they telling me?
It's the minority point of view where it's like, oh, we're poor,
We need help.
And it's
But then
like,
you get a little bit of money and then you realize you're like,
oh
man,
yeah, but I feel more Republican than anything now.
yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. Like, I'm not. I think like that's how my fathers thought. I think that's how my father's father thought. We just never really saw it in a
Republican or Democrat form.
in a legislative form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Legislative, that's a 4-syllable word, bro.
Yeah, the judicial system.
The
and
jujitsu system.
legislative and the what was the other one?
Executive.
Checks and balances. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Dang, homie pulling out the 12th grade government.
Yeah, 1776. Declaration,
1882.
Yeah, 1803 Louisiana Purchase. So fucking 1215 Magna Carta. 1607
The Mayflower Compact.
Jamestown, baby.
I'm fucking dead. This shit
fucking bust one on Jamestown right now. Colonization, baby.
I'm fucking dead.
1803 Louisiana Purchase, baby. The War of 1812. What are we talking about?
That's
Sometimes I wish I can go to college and be a history major, but I think Shane Gillis already got that. So.
the funny thing about being a history major is that, like, all you gotta do is remember shit.
I just want to do it so I can be like, man, fuck Miss West, that fucking bitch,
Oh.
for never thinking I was good to be good at
What
history.
year did you graduate high school from?
Well, I didn't graduate.
Oh, what year did you leave Dallas County?
I was supposed to graduate 2014, and then I wanted to become a rapper in 2013 because I was trapping. And
What was your rap name?
Well, which one? It started off as Groovy Rudy because we were in this rap group called Groovy Gang.
God damn, that's when everybody was making up a gang out of everything, bro.
We were a spiritual rapper kind of group. We were into chakras and third eye open and kind of like Joey Badass / like, I don't know, any fucking delusional, not fucking anybody that was into like chakras and stuff. It was great. It was cool rap, but I don't know, like trying to become a rapper in that time as a Latino just wasn't really in the Dallas scene. Nobody really gives a fuck about anybody in the like rap scene. Well, then nobody gave a fuck about each other in the rap scene.
It's so crazy, bro, because I'll be
this
honest
is
with
when
you. If everybody came together in the Dallas scene, bro, like Atlanta, New York, LA, bro, maybe we'd be on. I'm not saying we're not on the map, bro.
you're on the right path with what you're saying.
I'm not saying we're not on
I
the
agree
map.
with you.
I'm not saying we're not on the map or anything.
We don't fuck with each other, fam. There's there's too much hate that nobody even in the. I'm glad I was a rapper before I was a comedian because the fact that I was a rapper and I saw this shit before, like it's nothing new to me. That's why I don't bend over backwards to make friends with this person and that person and that person. I already made those mistakes, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like this is a competition. If you're not taking it serious like I am, then I'm gonna peace, bro.
So do you feel that mentality kind of translates over into the comedian world, where back then where rappers would just not fuck with each other because everybody's out for themselves?
I try not to, but yeah, it's still there in me. I try not to because it should be more of an inviting environment, more of a friendly, like, hell yeah, we're comics, But, like, the fact that I already saw it how it was when I was a rapper, like, I still have that, like, fuck me, nah, fuck you. But, like, I'm not finna say fuck you to everybody. It's just, like, I gotta, like, protect my own. When I'm saying protect my own, it's my own mind, protect my own confidence, protect who I want to become because, I don't know, it's just like, not an ego thing, but like, I know that I'm kind of fragile, but that's just how I am. I'm not finna sit here and deny like, oh yeah, I'm the toughest guy in the world. Like, nah, I have feelings too. I'm a human. I don't want to be told I'm a bad comedian, but sometimes you gotta grab yourself by the balls and say fuck it,
Yeah, that's crazy too because if you think about it this way, like, and I know this shit from a first-hand perspective because when we first started this podcast, I saw this guy on Facebook and he was 18, 19 at the time. He's probably like 19 or 20 now, but needless to say, I was like, oh, let's do. Okay, you know what? I talked to my boy David. I'm like, let's do more of an entrepreneurship, people who ain't really blowing up, but like, let's, put some shine on they shit real quick, whatever, right? So I had asked him, and then I asked the kid, and he was like, he started his own business, 18, 19, coming up, whatever. I'm keeping tabs on him now. I'm like, oh, look, I'm happy for him. I've met him a few times. He doesn't really know that when we met that I'm on this podcast. It's like, yeah, you see me, but you ain't putting two together yet, bro. Mm-hmm. But I say that to say this. He told us, nah, bro, I don't want to come on your platform. Let me know when y'all guys get bigger.
Nah.
Let me know when y'all guys get bigger. And you know what I said? I was like, you know what? That's fine. That's cool, bro. I mean, you could have been the first guest on this platform, but you decided to say...
Weak.
Yeah.
That's some weak ass shit as a man.
Yeah. But you know
whoever
what?
you are, fuck you, fam. Just know you ain't ever gonna be on this bitch.
You know what's funny? I'm actually gonna bring him on this, and me and my boy are gonna be like, yo,
tell him, hey, a guest said fuck you. We didn't put it on the fucking on the clip, but he said, man, fuck you for saying that.
Yeah, but we're gonna bring him on because lately he's been asking because he's been seeing the growth and shit like that, and then we're
why?
No.
That is motherfucker just cloud chasing at this point.
No. He's actually from Mountain.
Is he a good person?
He's some white dude. He's been helping a lot of people out with with businesses and shit. He went from power washing to like.
I don't like this nigga no more.
I mean, look, I'll be honest with you, bro.
No,
I feel like we have to bring him on at this point because I've kind of like that's just been bothering me. Where I'm like, bro, you were nobody anyways, and I wanted to help give you an opportunity to make content for you.
Be the better person.
That's what this. That's why.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it till right. I was like, yes, that's good. Yeah, you're right.
And I've been holding a grudge ever since he was like, "No, let me know when you get bigger."
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you just started off your business. We're just starting off this podcast. I was like, and in my head, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, I had
Fuck
people
it.
be like, well, you're getting on the podcast? Is it big? Is it famous? I was like, nah, they have like 700. They're like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck you laughing for?
Yeah. Do
He's
you
like,
have a
well,
podcast?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you work with me, bro. You're gonna go home and get on your fucking Modern Warfare, and then you're gonna come back to work, and that's your life.
Yeah.
Look at me. I fucking tell motherfuckers, especially my coworkers, I'm like, it's only like 5 of us. I'm like, bro, I work my ass off, bro. I'm not even used to working, bro. I went 3 years without working, bro. Aside from this, bro, I was just trapping and I didn't give a fuck about work for 3 years.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I had rent and I had a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
I got the fucking job because of my son, you know?
Yeah.
Because now, like, you know, obviously diapers and formula. And
Like,
et cetera.
now I gotta pay bills.
I'm not with my baby mother, but we don't have no beef. I love her. We were great friends before it. We just never had that connection where we loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't going to lie to her and she wasn't going to lie to me.
Yeah.
But we're cool. Like, shit, I can go see my son whenever I want. I'm there when I can. But she understands that my main dream is this. The fact that I'm even here, fam. Some people are like, bro, what the fuck? Like, go take care of your kid. I'm like, bro, my kid's good. He's with his mama. She don't work. What she does, she works for her dad's big company. She has way more money than me.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a way better position than me. But I don't deter. That don't scare me. Like, cause she has more bread than me. Like, I want to be the money getter for my son.
Yeah.
You know, and I want her to be like, hey, Rudy, like, I'm fucking up. Like, can you please? I mean, yeah, you know why? Because I've been through it. I've been.
So let me ask you a question real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but do you want to be that person because you feel like you want to be that person because you're a man and, you know, you have that sense of pride as a man where it's like, I need to be a provider because that's kind of the heritage you grew up with where your dad was a provider. Yeah, you mentioned your dad was an alcoholic, but then, you know, going back to the root of things, going back to the Rudy of things, if you don't mind, you know, yeah, you know, you think to yourself as a man, like, I want to provide this, I want to provide that. It's not necessarily saying, damn, I really wish she could fuck up so I can, you know, look good on, you know, because one perspective it's like, you know, you say you want to be the man, you want to provide, you want to have this and that for your son. You know, another perspective would be like, dang, he just hating on his baby mama because he's hoping her to fall for him to look like he, you know, bossing up.
What you mean? Hoping for her to fall, like mess up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't think she would ever mess up. I think she already has 2 kids prior to me, so that's tough for me. I can't just be like, all right, let me just forget that she has kids before me.
Yeah.
We connected on a oh shit, I just got out of a 6-year relationship where I got stabbed, ran over, but you're there for me. You're listening to me. I'm homeless. I'm living in my sister's couch. Every night I'm calling you, or every day I'm calling you, and we're getting through it. I'm not even working at this time. I'm over here thinking, man, I should go apply at this In-N-Out that's right down the street. I could just walk there, type shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I didn't see what the bigger picture was. And then I started working construction, and then I was like, all right, it's time to pick up. And then I got into barbering school.
Dang, bro, you were just trying everything, huh?
Everything, bro. I'm really good at everything, dude. I helped my dad build a house. I love fishing. I was a chef for like 6 years. I got into the construction where I started off with picking nails to becoming a stripper. And I'm not talking about stripping. I'm in stripping walls.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, for sure.
And then it was just a whole crazy experience. And yeah, this is the first job I've had where I stuck the longest in the job that I have right now. And one is for my son, and the second one is just like, all right, it's something new. I was a chef and I worked at a bunch of different restaurants. But as soon as I learned the menu, I got bored and I quit. But this job it ain't like that. Like I feel like I'm contributing into society. When I would make money off trapping and just selling shit, it was cool. But I would wake up around, and then it hit me like around 12. Like, damn, bro, you're not really doing anything to help everybody else around you. It's just this is a selfish thing you're doing, and that shit would eat at me. And then when the kid came, I was like, oh shit, now I have a reason to do it. And then now it feels more fulfilling. I'm like, oh shit, like, I feel full when I get home. Now I gotta go to sleep and I'm good. Wake up, do it again.
It's crazy to think because I tell this shit to people all the time. I was like, you know, a man's greatest growth comes from when they have a kid. And it's so fucking crazy to say because, you know, you think to yourself, dang, but a kid's only going to hold me back from chasing my dreams. But in actuality, it provides a man that purpose he needs to excel, to do things he wasn't able to do, whether it's, you know, strive for a higher paying job or pursuing a certain dream that makes him want to say, hey, I actually want to fucking go balls to the wall with this and just, you know, stick with something. You know, for you, it's comedy. For me, I'll be honest with you, bro. I got really lucky. I made it out Oak Cliff. I never went back. I've got myself a really good paying job where I can afford to take care of my daughter. I can, you know, basically, I mean, I pay all the bills in this house, bro. But, you know, at the same time, too, like, when I was 24 is when I bought the house. And then I told myself, I was like, fuck, what's next? You know, because as a man, you're always looking to improve, looking to fucking figure out what's the next goal for you. And for me, you know, growing up and moving from apartment to apartment every year after the lease was up and the rent went higher, having to go look for a different apartment that was cheaper rent, you know, for me getting the house was like, oh shit, I fucking made it.
It's a break.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get that break one day.
And then, you know, I get to that point.
And I'm starting late, but yeah.
Yeah. I get to that point and then, you know, I look back and I'm like, okay, I got to where I needed to be or where I thought I needed to be at the time as a father, for example. You know, for you, it's finding stability. For me, it was getting something I didn't have as a kid to give to my daughter.
Of course.
But at the same time, you know, then you're like, for example, you got the job. Yeah, you're doing, you know, restoration, remodeling, demolition, all that good jazz. For me, I'm doing what I do, and then, you know, comedy came second. Now you're like, okay, I'm in a good place in my life, you know, let me pursue something else to give my life more meaning than just being home, being like my father was, where he would work, come home, go to sleep, work, come home, go to sleep.
The fact that you're taking the extra 4 or 5 hours after work to do what the fuck you love. Mm-hmm. It fulfills you. It's different fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just like, I'm tired as fuck, but like, I don't have the right to say I'm tired.
Yeah.
Because there's motherfuckers that are working 10 times harder than me. Mm-hmm. And I know that, and I want to be that. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes time. I'm more upset with myself that I
Did you waste a certain part
so
of your
much
life?
time. I wish I would have gotten into this when I was 19. Mm-hmm. Wish I would have started comedy when I was 19. I know I would have been way further where I'm at. But I'm not upset with myself either, because if I wouldn't have gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, or
Exactly.
who I am now.
Exactly what I was going to
And
touch
with the
on.
stories I have now.
Exactly, because I mean, from a comics perspective, now you have material to pull from. Mm-hmm. But from a man's perspective, it's more so these things made me who I am. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like growing up in the hood and just seeing everybody, you know, either like looking back, I don't go to Oak Cliff anymore. The only time I go to Oak Cliff is when I gotta drop my daughter off because she lives, you know, her mom is over there. She goes to her mom's on the weekends, whatever, right? But all the people that I've known that I grew up with, went to high school with, they're getting dead, getting killed, or still doing the same fucking shit we were doing when we were teenagers. I look at it back and I'm just like, fuck, I'm so glad I made this decision early and say, hey, let me put myself in a better position so I'm not in the same position that they're in now. And this isn't a diss to them because they chose to live their life how they did. But at the same time, for me,
We were all in the same fucking starting line.
Yeah.
It's no diss.
No, we were.
My friends all got on heroin. I had a lot of them that died, a lot of them that stayed stuck, a lot of them that didn't. I was on heroin with them too. So the fact that we all started off in the starting line, and like you're way further to the finish line than I am, it's like, bro, I couldn't sit there and keep them accountable on where they need to be. And that's where I was fucking up for a long time, till I was like 21.
What do you mean by like being in that position to keep them accountable, or
Like they're your friends, you know? And it's like, man, I don't want to see my friends fucking up. So from like 18 to 21, I stuck around and I tried my best to be around them and be like, nah, it's okay. We're all going to get through this together. We're a big family, blah, 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 blah. And eventually you got to just realize that, man, sometimes some people aren't good for you. It doesn't matter how much time and how much sweat and how much tear and how much shit y'all went through. Like, sometimes you got to know when to cut a motherfucker off. It don't fucking matter how much you love them and this and that. Like, not everybody's good for you. You don't need to sit there and waste your time. Because if they love you, they'll fix themselves to be around you. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't, then fuck you. You're sweeping up the same fucking corner that there's nothing there.
but
It's like insanity.
but telling yourself that, do you ever feel like because you're in a different place in your life than those people that were, you know, in terms of the comedy, in terms of, you know, being more financially stable than you were, do you ever feel like a little bit of regret saying, fuck, maybe I should help them, maybe I should
Ah,
still.
hell no. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Hell no, bro. Fuck that, bro. I'm not. Y'all motherfuckers had the same opportunity as me. Y'all motherfuckers wasted y'all's time. Y'all, like, when I was fucking up, y'all should have stepped up and took me out of it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we should all hold each other accountable. And I hope that in my success, they see that, oh shit, if Rudy did it, why the fuck can't I, you know? Maybe in the future. I don't know if it's too late now. I hope not, you know? I don't give a fuck if I don't make it till I'm 40. Like, I hope that at 45, my boy Gabe sees, damn, Rudy, he's fucking doing it. You know what? Instead of, like, me doing crack, meth, and blah, 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 like, man, maybe I should step up as a father and be there for my son.
At the very least, right?
Yeah, but I have a situation where I have a homeboy named Gabriel. We can blur that out. He had a son with this girl, and she died in a car accident. But Gabriel is really into heroin and Xanax and et cetera, et cetera. I don't know now. I cut him off 8 years ago. I just hear of him. They're like, hey, man, how's your boy Gabe? You know, man, for a while, you know, like 5 years. Everybody, how's your boy Gabe? And then eventually they started to realize, oh, shit, Rudy don't fuck with Gabriel anymore. It's not that I don't fuck with him. I still care about that motherfucker. Like the first day when we used to play football together and tackle each other and da-da-da-da. And this is my dog. But, like, I'm not finna sit there and waste my time to better a motherfucker that has the same opportunity and the same nuts as me. Like, that hurts a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That hurts me all the time, bro. And motherfuckers can act like this and that and this. And, like, oh, you still care about him and this and that? Yeah, I care about the motherfucker. Like, bro, you weren't there when we were in the corner talking about whatever we were going through. Maybe cried on each other when we were like 8, 6, 7, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, shit.
I still feel that way, bro, about my homeboy, because this shit was all over. Like, I mean, I'm sure you follow Smash, Sex is Latino, all this bullshit. But a few years ago, there was this incident that happened where, like, to sum it up, what the media posted was these guys, they were like, all right, this girl and this guy were hanging out right at these apartments. Some guy pulled up, shot both of them, and then the guy shot back, shot the guy that pulled up. Mm-hmm. That's not what happened, but that's what the media was saying. But I knew what happened, and then essentially what had happened was that, so it was my homeboy, this other dude that I used to call my homeboy, but really my homeboy no more, because
Nah, you're good.
this nigga crashed my car when I let that nigga come stay with me and say, you know, he was, well, I was 18, first apartment, whatever. He got kicked out of his house. I was like, dude, we've been on each other. We've been rocking since second grade, whatever. You know, I got you on a place. You can crash for a week or two, figure out something, whatever. Takes off with my car, crashes at whatever. No accountability. That's why we're not cool no more. But so it was him, the dude's sister, and then the sister's boyfriend. They were in a fucking that nigga had a Suburban. He had a Suburban or a truck or whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
my homeboy was in the driver's seat. The girl was in the passenger seat. The boyfriend was in the back. My homeboy was right behind him. Well, the nigga that crashed my car was right behind him. And what had happened was they were Snapchat, fine, making a video, having a good time, pouring shots, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Well, I wake up that morning, hey, Ami's in the hospital. He got shot. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Mind you, I had cut him off about a year ago because I wanted to focus more on my daughter, my girl, putting us, instead of spending every weekend whenever he was off of work and I was off work getting hammered at my apartment. I wanted to put more energy into, like, building myself up. He ended up his family ended up buying a house in Woodtown. That's where everybody else was at. So they had more access to him. And I guess because I took myself from that relationship, having him around me all the time, getting fucked up, because I thought to myself the whole time, I'm like, him drinking at my place isn't as bad as him drinking with them. Mm-hmm. I'm at least providing them a space. I'm providing him a safe place to drink. He doesn't have to drive home. He can sleep on the couch, throw up, all this shit. I'm telling myself all this shit, right?
You're enabling it.
Yeah. I feel like I was enabling it for the longest. Mm-hmm. But I took...
Because if you weren't there, he was going to do it anyways.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. He was still doing the same thing after we, took a break from hanging out with each other, and that's what got him killed.
Yeah.
Because the dude that crashed my car, his sister, was talking shit to her boyfriend who was behind her in the truck.
Yeah.
Shot her. My homeboy shot the boyfriend, and then the brother of the sister took off running because he got scared because they all shot. Like, he shot, and then 3 dead bodies in the truck.
And then he just took off, and then what?
And then now, he's like, he technically he's not guilty of anything. He was just there. Yeah. He didn't pull a trigger. He didn't whatever.
Just 3 dead people.
3 dead fucking people.
Your homie and the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, brother or the
boyfriend, the sister,
and your boy
and my boy.
He shot the sister.
So my homeboy shot the boyfriend of the girl after he shot his girlfriend. And mind you, they're in the F-150.
Did your homie shoot?
Oh, my homeboy Ami's in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
The girlfriend's in the passenger seat. The boyfriend's in the back.
Left.
Yeah, the boyfriend's in the back behind the girl. And then he he shoots her. My homeboy's like, yo, what the fuck? Shoots him, but then they shoot each other.
Oh.
He shot him in retaliation, but then he shot 2.
So then they both died.
Yeah, so all 3 of them died out there. And I still fucking feel bad. I'm like, maybe if I just, would have kept them around. But then...
Yeah, it's a cold feeling when you get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're dying slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, we just both hit each other. You start getting dizzy.
But I tell you the story because I've been to that part too where, you feel like, you're growing up around certain people that are not necessarily doing anything that's good for you.
Responsibility.
But it's to feel like your responsibility.
Yeah. Because they're your brothers. Yeah. They're the ones you said, hey, man, we're always going to be with each other no matter what.
Yeah.
At those late nights when you would stay up and watch fucking conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
You're always like, oh my God, there's UFOs up there. Oh my God, we're going to die tonight. Oh, And, my friend's not dead. I've had some that have died. It is what it is. I've had a brother and sister that have died. Not my brothers and sisters, but
figuratively speaking.
No. They were brothers and sisters. They were both on heroin, and they died. Yeah.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but
no. It's
okay. You're like, no, they're not my brothers and sisters. They were just brother and sister.
Yeah. That is funny. I didn't think of it, but yeah. And it's just crazy, the whole experience, man. Everything that I've been through, and I can't wait to get that more on stage. You know what I'm saying? Everything I'm going through, and just even more. The shit that I could, if we could sit and talk for 10 hours, I could. You know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like you have to earn the right to open up more as a comedian on stage about your personal life to turn that into jokes? Because a lot of people, would say that, these people are only here to see you and to be funny about it, but they don't necessarily care about you per se. But then you also have those people who argue where they're like, okay, well, in order to like, you know, have more of a following, you have to be more authentic. What do you think?
I don't think there's a certain way. I think everyone that you have to get followings and this and that. Like, bro, there's motherfuckers that weren't even in the spotlight for 40 years, and then they became one day on the spotlight. It's no rush for this. I started at 29. Motherfuckers started at 19. Motherfuckers started at 12, 10. Fluffy started when he was 10. There's Eddie that started when he was young. The true legends, you know what I'm saying? And I look at them, I'm like, fuck, like, why should I even try? These guys have been doing it since they were 10, and I'm over here, like, at 30 trying, like, but that's not how it is, bro. I'm 29. I'm still young. Yeah. We're still, you said you're 29?
Yeah.
I just turned 30 in November. Yeah. So we're still really young. I didn't even see that. I thought I was old. When I was 27, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old, bro. Mm-hmm. And then now I'm starting hanging out with a lot of old people, and I'm like, oh, shit, I'm really young. God damn, I'm tripping.
That's crazy, right? Mm-hmm. You know, you start getting into different rooms with people, and then you realize, like, these people are either allowing you to be in that room because they see something in you from when they were your age.
Yeah, no old person is going to just want to be around some young kid. Yeah.
Unless you're giddy.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, exactly. You know, it's so fucking weird. Because everybody that we've had on the podcast are probably a little older than David and I, and a little older than Ariel whenever we do that, when we do open discussions. But needless to say, I feel like it's our duty as we get older to not forget this feeling of somebody giving us that next hand up. You know, somebody reaching down and saying, yeah, you know, you barely, you know, starting your shit, but yeah, I'll do something with you. I'll work with you.
And then when they see it, because this is my first time ever being on this, but let's say I was an older guy, 50 years old, and you bring me onto this and you just started, I was like, man, I respect this, bro. The fact that you have this professionally set up, the way that your attitude, the fact that you're using your brain, you're just not just like, hey, so what do you do? All right, like I know you have something behind the next question, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have your little bullet points or whatever you want to call them, you know. And I'm not saying like that's how you have your shit structured. I don't know your structure, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that you have something, I don't know what the fuck it is, keep it a surprise, but it's genuine, it's nice, and you know what you're doing. That's where I respect it. That's where I'm like, all right, let me draw the line where it's like, yeah, appreciate you. Like, I've been on a lot of podcasts. A lot of them don't really know what they're doing. A lot of podcasters just don't know what they're doing. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you don't even know what the fuck you're doing, and not in no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's you don't know what the next angle is gonna be. What if I say something and you're just now like, oh shit, what do I say with this? No, I don't think you have that behind you. I think you know what the next thing you should say because you carry yourself well. It's my first time meeting you, dude. I think you're a cool person. I don't say that about people like that. Honestly, I really don't fuck with people like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, cool. You genuinely asked me. You knew what I was. You didn't just be like, hey, you want to get on my podcast? You're like, hey, man, I know you're doing your comedy stuff. You want to come up here and talk about it? I feel like I barely even scratched the surface of it. You know what I'm saying? But there's just so much that I want to get out, and I just can't yet. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand that. But I'll be honest with you. The reason why we started this platform is because we wanted to, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade, bro.
I say just how it is, bro. Fuck all these cameras, fuck all these mics, bro. It's just me and you.
Yeah. I mean, you just barely started comedy. You're not as big as whoever the fuck is blowing up or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing, bro. Like, a lot of people don't give smaller people an opportunity to speak their truth, bro. And with this, yeah, we want to, we want to have, like, big names on it. But at the same time, too, it's like, bro, like, let's give this guy a shot. Let's let him talk.
You don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, let's give him. But it isn't even that. It's just a matter of saying, fuck, maybe people don't know who the fuck Rudy is. Well, because he's not George Lopez, he's not Fluffy, he's not Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, he's not Ralph, he's not whoever the fuck, right? Mm-hmm. But after you watch this and you see a clip or two, and I'll be honest with you, dude, I put a lot of emphasis on the short form content because I know what this shit is. Because a lot of fucking podcasters, I'm talking to you right now. If you're a podcaster and you're watching this, you don't give your audience the respect. You don't give your person that you interview the respect to put content out for them. You put one fucking short out there and you're like, come watch my podcast. Bro, if people are going to watch the long form podcast, they're going to watch the long form podcast. Cool. They're going to watch it because they saw a short form that they saw of the guy being authentic, being real to himself and saying, I like this guy. This guy is cool. But no, you want to do one short, two shorts and say, you're done.
So motherfuckers do. They think of 3. They're like, oh, 3, hell yeah. I think that's cool. Like, one of them are going to go viral. It's not.
No. And that's
even if it does, it's not about that.
No.
Because fuck if that one shit went viral. Who are you the whole time during the podcast?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Mm-hmm. When I watch that shit, I'm like, hell yeah. Then I'm like 20 minutes, I'm like, man, this guy fucking sucks. Boom. You know? Browser closed.
No, don't close the browser. At least minimize the window. Give me that watch time. No, but I say that to say this. Like, I take this seriously because I'm not only on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, right? But I tell people all the time, I was like, regardless of who you are, I'm going to make a shit ton of clips for you, tag all of your accounts, and then when people look you up, they'll see this, and if they look you up and see this, now there's more of you to show them.
Yeah, and then that's at that point, if it's my job to give them more, you know what I'm saying? If they fuck with me.
Yeah.
Let's say, like, you gave me a follower. Now I got to treat this follower like a kid, you know?
Like wipe his ass and shit. No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, just like, hey, man, you guys, it's like when we were kids when we watched SpongeBob. We were waiting for the next episode, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and then the next episode came and you delivered it so good. Thank you, owners of SpongeBob, you know what I'm saying? And now I feel like I am the creator of SpongeBob, you know what I'm saying? Not the creator of SpongeBob, but the creator of Rudy Ventura and who he's going to become, future comedian, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not tugging my own dick here by saying this,
Whoa.
but
what are you, Marilyn Manson? You're gonna remove your ribs and start sucking your own cock?
I don't think he had to remove his ribs. I think it's just that big.
Really? Lucky bastard.
No, but I say this to say this, like, you know, before we kind of like, you know, shut the cameras off and then talk about the shit we don't want to talk about on camera that we're not gonna cut out.
Diarrhea.
No, I say this to say this. Every time we bring on guests. We, you know, I mean, you see the fucking setup. We're not just in our fucking living room saying, oh, let's record a podcast.
Yeah, it's not just some bullshit coffee table that has fucking Newport cigarette burn marks on it.
Yeah.
It's a nice setup, dude. It's respectful. The fact that you respect yourself, to me, this shows me that you respect. It's clean. It's nice. It shows me that you respect yourself. And if you respect yourself, then that means you respect my art, who I am. The fact that you let me into your home means a lot. You just let any motherfucker in your home, dude. So thank you, and keep striving to be great, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you too,
I
bro.
like your podcast. First impressionations, you don't even know. Like me, I always judge motherfuckers I meet the first time.
Let me ask you this.
I don't know if
Let me
I
ask you this.
trust this fucker.
Growing up, where did you grow up at, real quick? We never touched on that.
I grew up.
I know we said like Oakland, Dallas, whatever, but where more specifically?
So when I was born in right by the Galleria area. So like Montford and Preston type shit. A lot of Salvadorians area in that area.
So would you say you grew up in a mostly hood environment?
Like Webb Chapel area.
Type shit, yeah.
Webb Chapel.
And I've been trying to understand this shit.
That's what my influence, who I am today.
I'm trying to understand this shit because I'm dealing with this shit myself. But me growing up in the hood, I feel like my first reaction is to talk shit. I meet somebody, the first thing I want to do is talk shit.
That's not the hood thing. That's the Hispanic thing.
You think so?
Yeah, you go to a family party. What's the first thing you do?
Talk shit.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I mean, yeah, it's part of hood too. Whatever.
No. I say that because I translate that to being, you know, growing up in the hood because, you know, you grow up and all you're doing is scoring on your homeboys and
yeah. As soon as I can't even be around some homies because I just score the fuck out of their ass to where they're like, I don't even want to be around Rudy. He fucks up my whole night because then everybody starts getting on my ass and I'm like, you're kind of just an easy target, fam. You're like you're creating the opportunity that I just can't miss. Like
At this point, you're gaslighting them for you talking
you're
shit.
an electrician and you haven't worked in 3 weeks. Like now you're sleeping on the barbershop couch. Like, bro, there's so much shit I can say right now, and I am just because I'm that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, and everyone around me is gonna die of laughter. And the only one that's gonna be thinking about me before you go to bed is you, motherfucker. I want you to look me deep in the eyes before you go to bed, fucker. Because these are the last eyes you're gonna see before you jerk off, bitch.
I'm fucking dead. And with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and just wrap up this episode of Direct Discussions.
Whoa, wish somebody would have
podcast.
told me that 9 months ago.
Man,
The
Rudy,
baby's here.
I really appreciate you coming on here,
No,
bro.
thank you, man.
Coming after work, I get it, bro.
I'm grateful,
Working a long
man.
ass day and then coming off. Here,
It's hard
shoot the
being a
shit.
part-time father, man. It's crazy.
I can't relate, bro. I do the shit full time. My daughter texts me off the iPad and she's like, "Good night, I love you." I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and
Yeah, I'm constantly telling him, like, send me more videos, send me more pictures. I need to see my son. I'm like, can I see him now? She's like, no, not Wednesdays, only Thursdays. I'm like,
You
fuck.
know what? Let's bring that up for a second. real
Yeah.
quick, before we actually wrap up, because you know we're Hispanics and we say bye 3 or 4 times before we actually.
Yeah,
fucking close.
it's like New Year's when you give everybody a hug at the end.
Do you feel like growing up? Well, I mean, being in the relationship that you're in, do you feel like they use the kid against you to kind of like?
She doesn't.
No.
She's a real sweet girl to me. She's probably one of the best girls that's ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And not even like to sugarcoat. Like I don't give a fuck. Bro. I'll say when a bitch is a bitch. She can be a bitch sometimes, but at the end of the day, she loves me, and she's real sweet to me. And if anybody like really fucked up the whole relationship, it's honestly me.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I didn't want to lie to her and tell her that I loved her. Because I never really had love for her. I just had more of a trauma bond with her. I was going through so much shit, and she heard me out every night. But she had 2 kids prior to me, and she didn't really have much to do other than kind of just listen and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
So she one day she told me she was in on birth control and she had a kid on the way, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I said some fucked up shit. I was like, well, what would you think about an abortion? Because I wasn't ready to have a kid. I wasn't. I didn't think I was going to have a kid till I was like 40. And she was like, well, okay. And then she talked to her mom, and her mom was like, hell no, if you ever do that, I don't ever talk to me. And then she was like, well, I'm going to keep the kid. And I was like, well, all right. I've always wanted a kid anyway, so fuck it, And then from there, it's just been a grind. And it's a doozy because I'm not there like all the time, but one day my son's gonna see what I've created and who I've become, and it's gonna be all worth it. And I can't wait to like really like hang out with him when he's like 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think 10 is gonna be the best time because 10 was where I was like, fuck, I wish I would have had my dad.
No.
I didn't get him until he was like 15, and that's when he stopped drinking. And we started a landscaping company. I would get suspended on purpose to hang out with my dad. I would get suspended on Tuesdays so I can get suspended Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'd have Saturday and Sunday to hang out with him. Yeah, that's why I was the middle child.
Is there anything you want to plug in, bro? Socials, Instagram, shows coming up, all this.
If you guys have butt plugs, you guys can send me. No, yeah, my social, it's Rudy V's comedy, but everybody says Rudy versus comedy, and I appreciate that. On YouTube, it's Rudy's Random Time. I have a podcast where I hang out with local comedians and I cook for them, and we have a great time afterwards. I throw showcases all over Dallas. I'm performing everywhere. I'm trying my best to get further and further. So the more of you guys that come out, the further the opportunities can get. And yeah, special thanks to you. I appreciate you for having me on, and all the guys everybody that comes up on this, sit on this couch. I hope you guys know that y'all sat on the couch of a fucking legend. So One day I'm gonna be doing HBO, Netflix, everything you fucking can think of. So until then, we're drinking Bucanas and drinking Red Bulls, and we're getting fucked up and having a great time. Yeah,
Thank you so
fuck
much.
you, Steve Irwin. Fuck you, Steve Harvey. Every Steve out there.
I appreciate you coming on this, guys. Make sure you guys check out the rest of the content coming out during discussions, open discussions. Like I said, we changed things up. Hope you like the new setup. It's the same setup, but we just turned it around a little bit. You know, we're looking forward to having more people on here. You know, kind of, spicing it up a little bit. With that being said, you guys have a good night.